answer. Oh, you know your question first. Have you ever considered why you are the way you are? Michelle certainly has. Here she is to explain why she is the way she is with her speech entitled, "It's Not My Fault." Please welcome, for her icebreaker, Advanced Communicator Gold, Michelle Dettlaff.
All right. Yeah, Emerson.
Je m'appelle Marie-Estelle Cécile Michelle Bernier Dettlaff. Je suis née à Daytona Beach, mais mes parents sont nés au Canada. Yes, that is my full name. Even though I was born in Daytona, I speak French. My parents were born in Canada. Therefore, even though English wasn't my first language, I learned the language quite well. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Thank you. Not only do I have that to attribute to my parents, French is my language, but I also have 3 other characteristics and personality traits that I'd like to share with you that are really not my fault. Consider yourselves warned. My family consists of les Carrés et les Bernier, my mom and my dad. And they speak quite loud. In fact, the running joke when I was growing up is every single time this would happen, my mom and I'd be at the store, and we'd have one of her little friends walk around the corner. "Estelle, I knew you were here. I could hear you 2 rows over." Torture as a child. However, a few weeks ago, my husband and I were at the Target in Daytona Beach. I had to run into Starbucks. And Paul was going to go buy some socks. I took care of my business, he took care of his business. He walks back to meet me. He said, "Honey, do you see the sign? You see the picture of the man wearing the tie? And do you see that?" I said, "Yes, sweetheart, I see it." I'm thinking he's going to show me something interesting about that picture. That's where I was standing. "I heard you laughing." It couldn't have been me saying that. But I was having a vivified conversation with the lady at Starbucks. So it might have been me. The second characteristic trait that is not my fault is my family, both sides, talk a lot. A lot. In fact, beaucoup. In fact, I was politely told by Paul, my husband, that I tend to cut people off. Because the culture in which I grew up in, visiting family, if you don't get a word in edgewise, you will sit in that corner and say nothing until the meal is done, the event is completed, all things are packed away, and you're saying your prayers at night. You've got to jump into the conversation. It took me until recently, and I'm much older than, to learn it's okay to allow people to finish their thought, and if I don't get my sentence in, it's actually okay. I thought I would explode. It's not my fault. The third characteristic that I attribute to my family is I'm a bit stubborn. That's not my fault. However, I sprouted those wings early on in my childhood. Do you remember, Je m'appelle Marie-Estelle Cécile Michelle Bernier? On my birth certificate, Marie is my first name. My mom, in her infinite wisdom, decided that Marie would go down as my first name on my school registration. Presented some problems. Remember how you would have teachers say, "Oh, Adele." Is that what you'd like to be called, or would you like to be called something else, like Nell? Sometimes teachers would give you the option of what you would want to be called. That didn't always work out. Some teachers were even more stubborn than I was, but I was going to show them. They call roll call, and I hear Marie Bernier. It's not my name, why would I answer? Just politely waiting for them to get my name correctly. And of course they didn't, and I would be sent to the principal's office.
Oh.
Yes, I was a bit stubborn. Was. I've been told I'm cured. My husband calls me an angel. I must be cured. In conclusion, not only is French my first language, mais, oui, je parle très fort. Oui, je parle beaucoup. Mais non, je ne suis plus une tête de pioche. Merci.